Today, children, I am going to talk about some questions from exercise 3.6. The first question which I have picked up is tan 10, tan 50, tan 70 gives you tan 30. Now, in this one, I am going to use 50 and 70 in the expression form as 60 minus 10 and 60 plus 10. I have simply expressed 50 and 70 in terms of 60 and 10. Now I know the identity is tan of A plus B giving me tan of A plus tan of B upon 1 minus tan A tan B. Similarly tan of A minus B giving me tan of A minus tan of B upon 1 plus tan A tan B. I am going to apply that to tan of 60 minus 10 and tan of 60 plus 10. When I do that, I observe that in the numerators, I get tan 60 plus tan 10 into tan 60 minus tan 10. And similarly in the denominator I get 1 minus tan 60 tan 10 into 1 plus tan 60 tan 10. So I observe over here that my numerators and denominators are of the form a plus b into a minus b giving me a square minus b square. So that is how I get tan square 60 minus tan square 10 whole upon 1 minus tan square 60 tan square 10. Tan 10 is being just copied down in every step. When I substitute tan 60 as root 3, finally I get tan 10 into 3 minus tan square 10 upon 1 minus 3 tan square 10. Now I have multiplied tan 10 inside, which gives me 3 tan 10 minus tan cube 10 upon 1 minus 3 tan square 10. Now I can observe that this is of the form tan 3x, which means 3 tan x minus tan cube x upon 1 minus 3 tan square x. So therefore this gives me tan of 3 times of 10, which is tan 30. And this was my right hand side. So left hand side is equal to right hand. Next question which I pick up is, it says 4 cos x cos pi by 3 minus x cos pi by 3 plus x giving you cos 3x. Now first thing which I am going to do is I am going to substitute pi by 3 as 60. So therefore now my question turns out to be 4 cos x times cos 60 minus x times cos 60 plus x. Now I know the identity that cos of a minus b is equal to cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. Similarly, cos 60 plus x is nothing else but cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. I have applied that. Then I have substituted the value of cos 60 as 1 by 2, sin 60 as root 3 by 2 in both the identities. And then I have simply simplified and I see that both of them are of the form a plus b into a minus b. So which gives me 4 cos x into 1 by 4 cos square x minus 3 by 4 sin square x. When I simplify this, I get 4 cos x times cos square x minus 3 sin square x whole upon 4, which further now gives me 4 gets cancelled off and I am left with only cos x outside. Inside I am left with cos square x minus 3 sin square x. Then in the next step I have just simply substituted for sin square x as 1 minus cos square x and I have opened the brackets, multiplied inside, and I get cos x now into 4 cos square x minus 3. When I multiply inside, I get 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. Knowing the identity that cos 3x is equal to 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x, I have written in the last line, which is cos 3x, and this was my right hand side. So again, my left hand side is equal to right hand side. The next question which I am picking up is 15th question, second part, which says prove that cos x plus cos y the whole square plus sin x minus sin y the whole square gives you 4 cos square of x plus y by 2. In the first step, I have simply written a plus b the whole square and a minus b the whole square. So I have written cos square x plus cos square y plus 2 cos x cos y plus sin square x plus sin square y minus 2 sin x sin y. Now I also know that cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. So therefore cos square x plus sin square x is 1. Another one is cos square y plus sin square y, giving you another one there. So I get now 2 plus 2 times of cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Now I also know the identity that cos of a plus b gives me cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. So therefore I am now substituting it as 2 plus 2 times of cos of x plus y. Now taking out 2 as a common factor, I get 2 times of 1 plus cos of x plus y. Now, knowing the identity that cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1, I am making 2 cos square theta as a subject. I get 1 plus cos 2 theta. Using that identity, I get 2 times of 2 cos square of x plus y by 2, which when I multiply 2 by 2, I get 4 cos square of x plus y whole by 2, which is my right hand side. So again, my left hand side has been proved equal to right hand side. The next question which I am picking up is 16th question, third part, which says sine of 5x plus 2 sine 8x plus sine 11x whole upon sine 8x plus 2 sine 11x plus sine 14x, giving me sine of 8x upon sine of 11x. Now in this question, the identity which is to be used is going to be sine of a plus sine of b, giving you 2 sine of a plus b by 2 cos of a minus b by 2. Now in this question, I am going to pair up sine 5x plus sine 11x in the numerator, and in the denominator sine 8x plus sine 14x. Now, when I apply the identity sine of a plus sine of b, I get 2 sine of 16x by 2 cos of minus 6x by 2 plus 2 sine 8x whole upon 2 sine 22x by 2 cos of minus 6x by 2 plus 2 sine 11x, which when simplified gives me 2 sine 8x cos of minus 3x plus 2 sine 8x in the numerator, and in the denominator I get 2 sine of 11x cos of minus 3x plus 2 sine 11x. This now also further simplifies to 2 cos 3x now sine 8x plus 2 sine 8x whole upon 2 sine of 11x cos 3x plus 2 sine 11x, because I know cos of minus x is nothing else but cos x. So therefore now I have taken out 2 sine 8x as a common factor in the numerator, and in the denominator also similarly I have taken out 2 sine 11x. I am left with now cos 3x plus 1 and cos 3x plus 1 both in the numerator and denominator as a common factor. That cancels off, 2 cancels off. I am left with now simply sine 8x upon sine 11x, which is my right hand side. So left hand side is equal to the right hand side. The next question which I am taking up is 17th question, which says cos alpha plus cos beta plus cos gamma plus cos of alpha plus beta plus gamma, giving you 4 cos of alpha plus beta by 2 cos beta plus gamma by 2 cos alpha plus gamma by 2. Now in this, the identity to be used will be cos of a plus cos b, giving me 2 cos of a plus b by 2 cos of a minus b by 2. And in this, I am going to pair up cos of alpha plus cos of beta in one bracket, in the other one cos of gamma plus cos of alpha plus beta plus gamma. When I apply that identity, I get 2 cos of alpha plus beta by 2 cos alpha minus beta by 2 from the first one, and the second one I get 2 cos of alpha plus beta plus 2 times gamma whole upon 2 times cos of minus alpha minus beta whole by 2 there. Now I know cos of minus a is equal to cos of a, so therefore replacing that, I get 2 cos of alpha plus beta by 2 times cos of alpha minus beta by 2 plus 2 cos of alpha plus beta plus 2 gamma by 2 cos of alpha plus beta by 2 now. Now simply taking out 2 outside, cos of alpha plus beta by 2 also outside as a common factor. Inside I am left with now simply cos of alpha minus beta by 2 plus cos of alpha plus beta plus 2 gamma by 2 there. Now this also, when I again use the identity of cos of a plus cos of b, I get 2 cos of alpha plus beta by 2 times 2 cos of alpha plus gamma by 2 and cos of minus beta minus gamma by 2. Again, using the identity cos of minus a giving me cos of a, I am arriving at the step 2 cos of alpha plus beta by 2 times 2 cos of alpha plus gamma by 2 cos of beta plus gamma by 2, and this now gives me 4 times of cos alpha plus beta by 2 cos beta plus gamma by 2 cos alpha plus gamma by 2, which is equal to the right hand side. So again left hand side is equal to the right hand side.